What's going on, everybody? NASCAR Joshua 5 here, and today I'm going to show you all how I make money while playing GTA Online. I do this strictly by myself except for one step, which I will explain to you all. So yeah, let's take a look at this, and this is strictly, like I said, solo. A lot of these videos I watch where you run businesses and all that just are way too confusing, and you still need to do it with other people. So this is strictly if you want to play by yourself. This is how you can do it. So the first thing I'm going to show you here as I go to get in my car. Really like this car, by the way, the Tempesta. It's a nice car. But the first thing I'm going to show you all is VIP work. There's Sightseer and Headhunter are the two that I recommend, although Sightseer is much easier. I don't really care for the Headhunter. It's just way too hard, and I don't know, I'm a terrible shooter. But there you can see you go to VIP work, and there's Sightseer where you just use your phone to hack, and you can go find 3 packages. And Headhunter, you just go around killing, I think, a few targets, like 3 or 4. I think you go around the map killing targets. But as you can see, I've started the Sightseer, and you just do 3 little hacks in your phone, and that's what you do. So as you can see, I completely messed that up, of course. I don't know why, I just struggled there. That one's kind of annoying, actually. The 3 little hacks are kind of annoying, but once you get by them, it's okay. So basically, you just go through the map, and you drive to all 3 locations that it gives you. You have 3 packages, and you get 15 minutes to do so. It's really not that hard. You just drive around looking at the packages, and once you get one package, then you go and you hack your phone again, and you just go to the next one. So as you can see, I'm picking up my first package here at this location. You just go and you walk to it, and you pick it up, and it tells you already know how to do this. I mean, you all know how this works. There's the second hack. This one's really tricky. You have to find the numbers that match the top, and it's really confusing, but as you can see, I eventually find it. So yeah, you just run back to your vehicle or whatever you're in, and you just go to the second package. But the VIP work is definitely one I recommend, especially this week until tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Tomorrow's the last day where you can do these, and you get double GTA money and RPs. So instead of the normal amount, you get double that. So I highly recommend doing these. You can just mess around for a bit, and you know, until there's a cooldown period. So once you're done, you have to wait about 8 minutes to do another VIP mission. So I just got my second package, and I'm going to get the third one here once I do this last hack. And yeah, this way I really like it. It's nice to earn money, and I will show you all at the end how much money you earn. Of course, you all already know. Get back in my Pegassi Tempesta. I got this last week on sale, and it's a really nice car. Kind of reminds me of a Lamborghini Huracan, however you say that. So I'm going to get my last package, and here I'm going to fast forward to that. So I'm going to come to that and get my last package here. Completed it with 8 minutes to go, and as you can see, I will collect this last package, and I got $46,000 for that. Really nice. Normally you would get between $23,000 and $25,000 is what you normally get for that. So there's the first step, and the second step I'm going to show you all is a method I use that involves cars. And I will show you the location first. You go to this location on the map, if I ever get to it. I had trouble finding it at first, but once you find it, then you know, it's pretty easy to do. It involves 2 cars that you can steal. You already know this method too, I'm sure. But see, you just go around this little block right here, and that apartment right there that's shown is also valuable as well, and I'll explain that. So you go to that location, and I will show you that now, and you can steal 2 colors of the same car. They're 2 modified versions of the Centennial XS. There's a blue and a yellow one. The blue one sells for more money, the yellow one is a little less. I recommend either one. The blue one, of course, sells for more money. But here's the garage, the apartment I mentioned. Here's the garage. You can basically store a bunch of these, as I've done. I think I showed this in my car collection video. I basically just use this garage to store a bunch of blue cars in here. The blue Centennial. But you go to the Los Santos Customs, and yeah, you just go in here, and I'll show you how much this car sells for. Of course, like I said, a lot of you know all these methods, but here's the price for the blue version of the Centennial. As you can see, you get $17,420 for that, which is really good. This is already kind of modified too. And here I'm going to show what you do when you find one. You just drive around this block here until one of them spawns. So pretty much what I do is I just drive a bunch of laps around here until I find one. The time, I think, is you go all the way up to 4 a.m. is when they stop spawning. After 4 a.m. then they don't spawn anymore. But basically you just go after it gets dark. Around maybe 2100 or so. I'm not good with military time, but here's where I finally find one. It's a yellow one, so it's not going to sell for as much, but you just pull up, as you all have done, I'm sure. I use this method a lot. The yellow ones I don't sell as much. The blue ones are the ones that I go for because they sell for so much more. Also, that notification about the arcade, take that into consideration later in the video. That will also be a hint as another method. But here I'm taking the yellow Centennial. The blue one, as you've seen, was sold for $17,420, I believe. And this one is for $14,970. And I believe I go ahead and sell this car. Yes, I do. Excuse me. So I do end up selling this one. And I'll just show at the top right. There you go. You get it added to your cash, as you all know. And now the next step I'm going to show you all. I'm trying to remember what this one is. I'm trying to figure out what this step is. I can't remember. Oh yeah, this is robbing the stores. So you can, or gas stations. You can rob. Oh no, this is the time trial. I apologize. This is for the time trial. Of course, I tried it and I couldn't beat it. The time trials pay out $100K if you do end up beating the time. So keep that in mind. Sometimes I can beat them, sometimes I can't. Sometimes they're really frustrating. But that's for time trials if you all want to do those. They pay $100,000 if you beat them. And now this is the one where I believe I'd show you how to, or not how to, but this is another method, is to rob the gas stations or the stores. So, and I'm in the armored Kuruma just because, of course, when you rob it, you'll have police on you. I think this car is great for outrunning the police. So I'm going to go to the store. You just pick a random one. I just picked one that was closer to me. This one I don't do as much. You don't get a lot of money for doing this, and you get the police on you, and I just don't feel like it's worth it. But it's probably the last on my list, but I thought I'd include it anyway, just to show you all that you can make money with this. So you go up to the gas station. Hey, Lester decides to call me in the middle of that, but you just do a nice little U-turn. This is the gas station I picked. It was closest to me. At least that I could tell it was closest. You just go in and rob the gas station, and you don't get a lot of money, like I said. I personally don't like doing this. My buddy does it from time to time. He likes robbing gas stations. I don't. Here, as you can see, of course, that notification at the top slowed me down. So you gotta make sure all your stuff's full, and it is. So once you do that, then just. And the intimidation at the bottom right, of course, I'm not sure. I felt like if you made that go up more, you would get more money, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe that's just something I heard. I'm not sure. Then I collect the money, and then of course you have to be careful. There, I got 1,331. That's not very much. Excuse me. Of course, I had to make sure the cashier wasn't going to shoot me, because they do that sometimes, I'm sure, as you all know. So of course the cops are on me, and I have to evade them, which of course, I end up doing. So I go to evade the cops, which is really annoying. Two things that annoy me about this game: the traffic and the cops. Those two things really annoy me, but that's just part of the game. You gotta have it. So as you can see, I'm gonna try to evade the cops now, and eventually I do. I have a really close call here. I almost got him back on me, but I somehow, some way evaded him here. So once I eventually evade them, I will show you all the next step, or the next, not step, but the next method I use for money. And there you can see I evaded the cops. And now I'll show you the next method I use. And let's take a look at that. So this next one, I believe, is doing races or contact missions or anything like that. Especially if they're giving away double money, I highly recommend it. So how you get to those, you just go to your jobs or playlist, which I will show. You just go to jobs and you play jobs and Rockstar created, and usually like stunt races or even contact missions, they sometimes have weeks where they pay double money, and I highly recommend doing it, even by yourself. Yes, it gets boring doing races, but if you're alone like me, who I don't play online with other people, I just don't, except for my buddy, of course. But yeah, the stunt races especially, they seem to have a lot of double money weeks. So I think even last week, was it, the land races were three times triple double money, or triple money in RP. So I highly recommend doing these races, especially during when they're giving away more money during the week. So that's what I recommend. But the stunt races are still fun to do. You can do the transform races and all that good stuff, so I highly recommend that. Anyway, so here's the contact missions you can do, and I also recommend doing those if they give 2 times money, but even not, you can still do them. Here's my playlist I have as well, and of course I have a lot of playlists. So the playlist I have here, I'll only show a couple of these. Mostly the playlists I usually use are the missions, for example, and I have other random ones as well. But here are the 5 missions that I like to do: Peer Pressure, Flood in the LS River, Death Metal, Blow Up 3, and Lost MC Rip. I like doing these. These are the ones I do the most. So if you all want to do these, I think they're really good missions, as well as the races. These are some races I have. I have new races because whenever I switch from the PS3 to 4, that's why you see races PS4, for example. Also the open wheel races as well, they might have double money sometimes, but keep that in mind. And there's the races that I have for PS4. Those I also do. The RC races, I think, have been double money before. All these eventually are double money, so for the most part, just keep that in mind, as well as the transform races. That's why I have these playlists in case of the double money. I don't really do them if it's not double money, but you can if you'd like to. And let's get on to the next one here. This is actually something that pops up every now and then. As you see on the map, a blue dot will appear, and what you can do is you can deliver a car that has, I don't know, meth or whatever in the back of it, and you can shoot off these guys and you can go take it and deliver it, as I'll show you here. So once you find the blue dot, you go up and you can see there's a couple guys guarding it. You just basically take them out. Of course, make sure to equip some body armor like I did if you're terrible at shooting like me. So you equip that and you can see you got a souped up car with some drugs in the back, and you have to lose the cops, of course. You can see deliver the vehicle to the drop-off to earn cash and RP, and you get a text from the boss. I'm not sure who that is, but you get a text from them telling you to just basically, deliver the car. But yeah, once you evade the cops, then you just take this car. It'll give you a destination to go to. As you can see, I'm taking this car to Strawberry. I guess that's a street or something. But yeah, once you take this, you just take it to the destination, and you should get some money for it, which I will show you all. I'm not sure how often this pops up, but whenever it does pop up, I would highly take advantage of it if you're not doing anything. It's definitely worth it. And then once you get to your destination, which this was just a random garage I've never seen before, but once you go there, your car goes in, and you will see it pops up with a mission passed, and you get 10,000 for doing that, which is really nice. So a nice little $10,000 for, a little bit of work. That's not that bad. The next step I'm going to show you all is Simeon export missions, where basically he sends you a text, as you'll see on the screen. He sends you a text of a few cars, and you go and get one of them, and you go and first you have to lose the cops, and then you go and respray it, and then you just deliver it to Simeon's garage out at the docks. Excuse me. So you have to go do that. As you see, I already got the text, so I'll show you here. Here are the vehicles that he wants me to get. I highly recommend doing either the Benefactor Schwarzer, the NS Super Diamond also gives you a lot of money, and the Benefactor Feltzer, which is the car I went with. Those cars give you a lot of money. As far as the other list goes, the Carbonizaire also gives you a lot of money, and the Banshee as well. But two locations to find cars if you're looking for Simeon cars, I recommend going to the casino and just driving around the parking lot. Sometimes you can find some good cars here. As you see, I need to remind myself of what I'm looking for. So you look around here and see if you can find it, as well as I'll show you the next location, which is the one I showed you earlier for the getting the blue and yellow Centennials. You go to that location as well, and sometimes you'll find a vehicle that spawns that you're looking for. As you can see, I'm driving around the parking lot trying to find any vehicles that are on the list. Of course, the Fister Comets were spawning, but that wasn't on my list, which that car gets you some good money too. If it ever is on your list, I highly recommend it. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I'm going to drive around the parking lot. I don't find what I'm looking for, so I will go to that second location I mentioned. And I do end up getting lucky, so you pretty much just have to get lucky. You just look around and eventually a car will spawn that you need. You can see I'm just driving along here, and here in a second as I slam into traffic, which again, traffic is so annoying. But I'm driving along, and you'll see an orange car go flying by. Eventually, I think it's right here. Yep, there's that orange car. And I instantly realize, oh, that's a Feltzer, which looks like a Mercedes to me, but I'm going to drive up to it. Of course, you have to steal it, obviously, as you all know. So I'm going to steal the Feltzer and go get it resprayed. First, I have to lose the cops. So I go and I steal the car. And of course, you set a waypoint to a mod shop. Basically, you can also, if you don't have the cops right on you, you just sneak into the mod shop, which is what I did. I just snuck into it here, trying to evade the cops. So I go to the mod shop, and I'm on my way there now, and I will cut to that. So I didn't even have to evade the cops, as I take out a light pole. Those things can do some damage, by the way. So you go into Los Santos Customs, as you all already know this stuff. You go in, you repair the car first if you've done any damage to it, which I did, of course. And then once you repair the car, you just respray it. And I use the metals. I don't know if they get you extra money, but I feel like it's worth a try. They probably don't, but I use the metals. I usually either use pure gold or the silver here for the Mercedes, because I feel like there's a benefactor, but if you're in a Mercedes, I feel like silver is the way to go. Or any color you all like. This is the hard part, trying to drive to Simeon's garage in the docks without hitting anything. It is very stressful, because you hit something and you go in there with damage, I'm pretty sure he'll dock your pay. I don't find out, I go and repair my car. And then of course I wanted to show you all here. You might want to be careful if you're going this way, because this train always shows up, so I would recommend just taking it easy and stopping for the train. For some reason the train is here pretty much every time I do this. Also keep an eye on that top notification you just saw on the left. That'll also play into this video as well later on in the video. So once the train's gone, you just go and deliver the car to Simeon, as I will show you all here. Here you go, I am now delivering the car to Simeon, and of course one of his guys or whatever will comment. As you see there, sweet ride, we should make money on this one. Yeah, we will make some money on this one. And I will show you all at the top right. We got 20,175 for that, so that's really good. This car is definitely one of the high-end cars you can get a lot of money for. So that's a Simeon delivery mission, and the next one is going to your arcade. I mentioned earlier, you've seen at the top or at the bottom left, it told my arcade income. The arcade can give you a passive income if you just let it sit and generate money. Every hour you'll get, I think an extra, is it 5,000? And once you get up to 50,000, you have to go clear out your safe. It won't go any higher. But yeah, you earn pretty much 5,000 every hour, all the way up to 50,000, which is really nice. Also, I'll show you all my arcade. It's nothing fancy, but it's really nice. I like having the arcade, and it's nice that you can go in here and play these games, and they're not just props. Like, you can they're actually games you can play. And I recently just put this floor in, and then I also put this neon here. It's a car, so I thought, why not? It looks cool. But yeah, here's my arcade. I'm just showing you around here. It's a really neat little place to go. There's Jimmy doing absolutely nothing like he always does. But yeah, and I'll show you all. When you go up to the manager's office, this is where you go to collect your money. You can you don't have to wait till it's up to 50,000. That's what I do. I just let it accumulate till it gets to 50K. But there's the safe. You would just press right on the D-pad and you go to open it and you'll collect your money and then you just close it. And then you can access your laptop if you want to buy new games. You all already know how arcades work. I don't think I need to tell you that. But yeah, that's the arcade you can use as well. It's a really good way, I'd say, to make money. I'm going to show you all the safe again. This is a post commentary, by the way, if you all are wondering, if you haven't guessed already. So yeah, this is the arcade. It's a really good way to make money. I highly recommend it. I did have to go into a public session to do the setup, but thankfully I got through that and it worked out okay. So you do have to do that, which kind of sucks, but once you get through that, then you can run your arcade solo. So you can buy new games and upgrade it. I need to put a garage in it. I haven't done that yet. So there's your arcade, and then the next one, also keep in mind, like I said, you just seen the top left, which I'll show you again. There it is. You have discovered a small key that can be used to gain access to a locked location, Basically, and I'll show you again at the bottom left here, eventually. But yeah, something else will spawn, which is another blue dot, just like earlier. Eventually, here it comes. A blue dot will appear on the map, and basically you can go to it and find, it's a sleeping guard, so you go and loot the sleeping guard, and you don't get a lot of money for it, but you get a little bit for it. I had trouble finding it. I had to find the sleeping guard, but once you find the person, and also you can do gang war as well. You can take out gang members, but not doing that this time. So of course I found the sleeping guard, and once I got to that, I used the stealth mode, which I don't think you have to do, but I just do it anyway just to be safe. So of course I snuck over there quietly as I could. I went over to the sleeping guard, and once I go to the sleeping guard, just loot the sleeping guard. You press the right D-pad, and that's what you do. You'll feel around for their money, which looks really weird. But you'll go and usually you get 7,007 or $7,007, which is not a lot, but it's better than the gas station. But anyway, so there is that method as well, so you can loot sleeping guards if it pops up. Another thing is, if you're online with a buddy or if you're online with anybody else, you can hire associates and you'll get paid. You can either hire them or they can hire you, and you get paid money for that as well. So once you do that, then you're able to earn money that way as well. And now I'll show you, I think this is the last step, I'm pretty sure. You can visit the arcade, or not the arcade, you can visit the casino and you can spin the wheel and see if you get money. You can get money for spinning the wheel as well, or just any reward, but generally if you want to spin the wheel for money, as you can see when I show you this, I have been cursed. I have not been able to win the podium car forever. My buddy has won it a few times. I cannot seem to win the podium car, and I've tried pretty much every trick in the book. So if you all know how to help me out with that, without like cheating or anything, obviously. But yeah, it's a nice car. It looks like a Koenigsegg they're giving away this week. I don't remember what the GTA name for it is. But yeah, this is the last step. You can go and spin the wheel and see if you can earn some money that way. So once you do that, you just go over. You all know how to spin the wheel. And there's all the odds like you all know as well. But I'm going to spin the wheel. And of course this is going to work out perfectly because, you know, I'm doing a making money video, which is nice. Of course I failed the first time. I was trying to do a trick and I failed. So once you spin the wheel, eventually, and there you go, I tried to do it a certain way. And then you let it spin, and I come so close to winning the podium vehicle. I mean, I came just a little bit shy, but I won money, so that's fitting for this video. As you can see, I won, what was it, 50,000. That's a lot. So I won 50,000 for doing that. And you can also go over to your cashier and you can do your visitor's bonus as well. Acquire your chips. Or yeah, you acquire your visitor's bonus, which is 1,000 chips. And then you go and trade them in for money. That's what I always do. So this has been my guide to making money. Sorry for the interruptions at times. But yeah, this is my guide for making money. I hope you all enjoyed, and this is strictly solo except for the hiring associates part. You do have to be with somebody else to do that, but if you're online with one of your friends, have them hire you as an associate and you'll get money for that as well. Hope you all enjoyed the video. This is strictly solo, so you know, hopefully this will help you all, especially people like me who don't have a lot of friends online. But I'll catch you all next time, and this is NASCAR Joshua 5. I'll see you later, everybody.